Hey, 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 hey. Recording starting, streaming starting. Ay, ay, ay. It's Sunday, done day. Sunday, done day. What you mean? Hey, you're watching and HowWeFlow.Today TV on HowWeFlow.Today TV network on How We Flow on the Flow streaming service. So many flows. I have so many flows, layers and flows, layers and flows. It's me, Stephanie Stallworth, your ideal traffic lady. You're watching HowWeFlow.Today TV, part of the Flow streaming service. Yeah, dig. It's like a big fat play button. Come on and play. we would like to play. Oh, guess what? Remember her? Remember him? She's still there inside you waiting. Let's go get her. That's your inner child. Or remember him. That's your inner child in there. He's still there inside you waiting. Let's go get him. Go get him. Get him. Get him. Ooh, wee, I tell you. Sunday done day. It's Stephanie Stallworth, the Field Traffic Lady. Again, you're watching HowWeFlow.Today TV on Sunday done day. Yesterday was 10-4, good buddy. 10-4, good buddy. Did you get my message? You say 10-4, good buddy. It was October 4th. Today is October 5th. 10-5, October 5th, 2025. 10-5, 25. 10-5. We're in the last quarter of this game, brother. Last quarter of this game this year. What you mean? It's 3 months left. Not even 3 months. Not even 3 months till my birthday. Not even 3 months till Christmas. Not even 3 months till the end of this year. And you still have time to get the doggone thing right. I promise you. God is still in the blessing business. He's still a miracle worker. He's still a strong tower. He's still everything you need. It's everything. He's everything to me. My Lord is everything to me. He's everything. Everything. Turn this music down. My God is everything. I thank him for everything. I thank him for everything. I'm grateful always. Every day I get up, my feet on the floor. Thank you, Lord. Glory to God. Got another day to get this thing right. We got another day to get. Can you get it right today? Please and thank you. I beseech ye, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, to present your body as a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God. He can use. I beseech ye. God gave us another day to get this thing right. Can we get this here thing right? That's all I want to know. And I want to know today. It's Sunday. I want to know before the sermon starts. Can you get this thing right today? Please and thank you. I'm telling you, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. Give God glory. The best is yet to come. What you mean? It's time to go. Drop them tricks, man. We don't have time to play around. I got a resource today. Achieve peak performance. How to achieve peak performance on command. You know, you watch stuff on streaming on demand. We're going to do peak performance on command. Command Performance. It used to be a hair salon called Command Performance. It was I guess it was a franchise. My mom used to go there. And she had this guy, Joe, who did her hair. Ooh, it was so beautiful when they did it. They had them. That was back when the women had those layers going back. You know, it was just so beautiful. And went to Command Performance with Joe. And he got that hair all together. She already had nice hair, but boy, they cut them layers. When them layers was in, I guess it must have been in the 80s, I guess. 70s, 80s. No, probably the 80s, yeah. Man. We're going to achieve peak performance, unlock peak performance with techniques that enhance daily productivity and focus. I'm still in my bed. I'm not even focused yet, but I'm focused. I'm not out of the bed. I'm about to get up and go to church. It's time for church. Achieve peak performance is the name of my resource. Unlock peak performance with techniques that enhance daily productivity and focus. Are you productive daily? Do you have focus daily, or some days a blur? I know I got some days a blur, so I'm about to use this resource for myself. Achieve excellence by mastering your to-do list. How big is your to-do list? Is your to-do list in one place, or did you write little scraps of paper? Got to do this, got to do that, and it's all over. You got to get that thing together. Harness motivation and apply the 80-20 rule. That's all a part of my resource today, called Achieve Peak Performance. Achieve Peak Performance. And you'll learn a lot of things, a lot of topics in this resource. You'll discover the transformative power of Achieve Peak Performance. It's a comprehensive guide designed to help propel you towards excellence in all aspects of life. Excellent. EXCELLENT. I remember second grade and third grade, I had the same teacher, Miss Clark. And she went to Cheney. And so she was a cool sister, right? I guess she probably was in her 20s. We were in elementary school. She was just out of college as a teacher. But we love Miss Clark, right? So she was second grade, and then she moved to be a third grade teacher, and we had her again. It was like 2 years of Miss Clark. So great. And so those are the days when when teachers could paddle your hands. You know, if you did bad, hold your head out and whatever, right? I don't think corporal punishment is a thing anymore at schools, but she would paddle your hand or whatever. But she also, when you did well and you achieved peak performance and you did great on your paper, she had this great cursive handwriting. It was very pretty. And she would write on there. She'd call you up to her desk. Okay, you did so-and-so, and here's your grade. What a wonderful job. She said, this is excellent. And she would write as you're standing there with a pretty cursive EXCELLENT with an exclamation point. Excellent. And she helped us achieve some excellence, right? She was helping us achieve peak performance and rewarding us for the excellence. The excellence. Oh Lord, how excellent is thy name in all the earth. That's the ultimate excellence. Jesus, excellent is thy name. Excellent is thy name. So my resource, Achieve Peak Performance, will help you discover the transformative power of achieving peak performance. A comprehensive guide. It's going to help you propel you towards excellence. EXCELLENT or EXCELLENCE as the name of what the thing is, or the spirit is, spirit of excellence. You should have a spirit of excellence in all that you do. Not a spirit of lack or a spirit of laziness or a spirit of, a mindset that's not positive, right? I want a spirit of excellence. I want a spirit of completion. I need a spirit of completion to complete some things. You need a spirit of completion. Let's complete this thing today. Today. He wants it all today. He wants it all today. So give your all today. Right? Who's that? That group? Forever Jones. Forever Jones. So this resource will unravel effective techniques to enhance your daily productivity while conquering the challenges that usually slow you down. And you've been slowed down. Sometimes we can be slowed down by doors that are revolving. If you never shut stuff down and close doors completely on people that are in your life, they're just in and out of your life. And you always leave the door slightly cracked because you don't want to really shut it totally down, people, relationships, or whatever. So people can find their way back in. You never want to be the bad guy to shut it off. You want them to cut it off. So you can always have an open spot for people to come back in. You got to shut the whole thing down. You got to shut some things down. No more revolving door, right? No more revolving door. You got to have some discipline about yourself. So here you'll learn to amplify excitement for tasks. Aren't you excited to shut that thing down? Because the best is waiting for you. It is yet to come. It's in fact already here. Amplify excitement for your task. Implement efficient to-do list mapping and adopt the 80-20 rule for superior results. All this in my resource for today called Achieve Peak Performance. And a lot of topics covered in there. Again, how to master your to-do list with quality and efficiency. How to find, okay, here's the one, and I'm going to stop talking about the resource. This is the one I wanted to talk about. Find motivation by focusing on potential losses. I'll say that again, Stephanie. Find motivation by focusing on potential losses. If I don't do this, then I will lose that. So I better get motivated to get this thing done. You dragging your feet, scuffing your shoes on anything? I know I scuff my shoes and drag my feet on some things sometimes. And some people I'm talking to here, you dragging your feet and scuffing your shoes on a big thing. A big thing. You won't close that revolving door and start fresh. But I need you to find motivation to get that done by focusing on potential losses. You're going to lose a big thing. You'll lose the best thing ever, right? That God ever gave you today. So could you please shut that thing down and come on, why don't you, right? So again, you'll learn a lot of different things, a lot of topics covered in Achieving Peak Performance, my resource, but I like this one. And when you get this, I want you to focus on this. Find motivation by focusing on potential losses. What will I lose if I don't do this? I don't feel motivated to do this today. But if I don't do this today, I'm going to lose this, that, and the other thing. And I really don't want to lose that. I really love that. Why would I want to lose that? But I'm going to lose it if I don't find my motivation to shut the stuff down today that's keeping me from what I really, really want. All I really want, who is that? Spice Girls. What I really want, I don't know what the words are. What do you really, really want? So there's a lot more things you'll learn. Mental movies for visionary self-improvement, how to interface effectively with your ideal state and your purpose, how to harness the power of progressive achievement tracking, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But the one I want you to think about is how to find motivation by focusing on potential losses, which will also lead to the spirit of completion, right? You start a bunch of stuff and you never finish them. You never close the door on these old relationships with people, whether it's love relationship or just regular people relationships. You got all these former romances that you never had a completion on. You never shut it down. You never completed it. But the spirit of excellence also includes the spirit of completion. And I want to complete it, but I kind of leave the door open for people just in case. But when you're sure about a thing, when God tells you a thing and you believe God and you're sure about it, you don't need to leave the door open for nothing else because God already said what it is. You believe it, that settles it. Hey, everything else is gone. Everything else is out. I'm shutting the door. Not every, the revolving doors. When you walk in, it's like 4 sides on it, 4 quarters of it. It's a circle, 4 quarters. You walk in, the next person walks in, next person walks in, and then you get out and they get out and all these people go in. Or you can keep walking around. They can walk in, they can walk out whenever they want. The door, I guess revolving doors do lock, but generally during the day, it's not locked. No one has to open it for you. You just keep it moving. You let people revolve in and out of your life, in and out of your love life, in and out of your everything. And it's time to shut that down because God said, I got this for you right here, right now, today. It's one time only. We used to be a shopping channel gal. We used to work at QVC shopping channel and they used to have specials that was called a one time only, or today's special value. One time only means you can get this right now or you're going to never see it again. You may see something like it again, but it's not going to be this exact thing at this exact price point, right? And it's one time only. You better go ahead and get this thing. It's one time only before the sermon starts on a Sunday. One time only. Get this thing and get it right. So please, if you're dragging your feet and scuffing your shoes about doing that today, find your motivation by focusing on the potential losses by not doing it. If I don't do this, I'm going to lose the best thing ever. If I don't do this, I'm going to lose that. If I don't do this, I'm not going to get this. If I don't do this, I'm stuck in this terrible place that I'm in with these terrible people, a terrible person, or however your thing shapes up. But embark on your journey to being among the elite 20% who consistently deliver 80% of results, achieve peak performance. It's your road back to excelling beyond your current limitations. You got some limitations here. I'm not just talking about you, talking about me too. I'm talking to you today because today is the day you need that daily productivity before, if you're going to church today, and I'm going, and before the sermon starts, I need something done. So let's get that 80-20 rule and get that thing done. The 80-20 rule. Get that thing done. You're going to be among the elite 20% who consistently deliver 80% of the results. That's it, the 80-20 rule. Come on, elite 20%. 2 out of 10 of y'all are going to do it today. 8 out of 10 of y'all ain't going to do nothing. Please don't be part of the 8. How about the 2 be me and you? We do the right thing today. And we'll be the elite 20%. And let the rest of the 8 people go. They'll have their time another time. But we're going to shut this thing, lock it down today. Today. All right, I got to go. I got to get ready for church. But listen, I got to tell you this thing. I got to tell you a story. Let me tell you a story. This week. So I've shared so many videos, over the last 2+ years, hundreds of videos on HowWeFlow.Today for the HowWeFlow.Today community, and helping a lot of people, helping myself, and we continue to do so. So sometimes we feel really great, and sometimes we feel like we're in a slump. You know how it goes; it ebbs and flows. And over the years, I've shared, stories of things that have happened over the years where someone gave me an amazing compliment, right? And it was the thing that made my day. It was just what I needed, a day when you might not be feeling so great. The first one I told you all about was when I was taking my second son off to college, and it was time for us to take him down to his school, And we were running a little behind, and I was feeling a little, flustered, a little all over the place. Plus, it's my second son in a year that's going away. They're 11 months apart. So 1 year, the first one went. The next year, the second one went. That's a lot for a mom. And I still got the third one, but it's a lot. And the day wasn't going as well as I wanted. We might miss his appointment time to move in. It was all frustrating and all that. And I didn't look as beautiful as I wanted to look, as a drop-off mom. I was just like, let's just go. And so I was feeling a little, clunky or whatever. And so we had to stop to get gas. I'm going to tell the story faster than before. We had to stop and get gas before we hit the road. And so I go, you self-pump these days, and I'm getting gas. I said, well, let me wash the windows with the windshield washer. The thing that they have, what's that? You dip the thing in the washer cleaner stuff and put the spongy thing on your windshield, and then use the rubbery grip thing that washes takes the liquid off of the window, right? I forget what those things are called. It's too early in the morning, but you know what I'm talking about. So one side spongy with a scrapey thing, and the other side is just the rubber edge that makes it dry and shiny and clean. So I'm doing that, and this guy comes out of the gas station. I guess he paid for his thing inside, maybe bought something inside, and he just looking at me, just shaking his head like, looking like he's saying, like I'm doing the window washing wrong. I'm like, how? What? And he's mumbling something. I'm like, what is he saying? Is he talking about me? How you gonna tell me I'm washing my windshield wrong? You got these things inside your head. We play these tapes inside our head like there's something wrong with us. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong about this? Why is he saying that? And finally, he kept saying it and shaking his head like you shake your head no. Like, And I'm like, what? I said, what did you say? I didn't know him. I said, what did you say? In a nice way. I said, what did you say? He said, I said, all that beautifulness. And I'm like, all that beautifulness. I'm thinking he's saying, you don't know what you're doing, woman. And he was saying, all that beautifulness. I'm like, what? All that beautifulness? Well, wow, that was sweet. Thank you. I need to hear that today. And so that made my day. So that would have been my best compliment ever until another time. There was some man in the store, at the grocery store. I'm in the aisle and he's in the aisle. I'm in the next aisle. He's in the next aisle. He's looking at me, but he's shopping. But he's looking at me and he's shopping. And then he finally just decides to say something. You're so beautiful. I mean, your skin, your eyes, your smile. Oh, just so beautiful. I wish I could get to know you or whatever. I wasn't gonna, get to know him or whatever. But he was saying so many nice things, and he just kept saying these nice things. And then I'd be in line, he'd be in another line, and we ended up leaving the store around the same time. He was still, trying to talk to me, whatever. But so this and so that, and so that was a really nice thing. I'm like, why have a stranger tell me? Where's the people that I know that can tell me? Where's my person? I need a guy, right? I need a real guy. And so another time I'm at a place where I go weekly, and someone in charge of that place, we were like going to chat with everybody afterwards, out in the outside area. And I'm chatting with some people, waiting to chat with them. And I didn't notice they were done chatting with the other people, and I was going to chat with them next. And I look at them, and they're already just staring at me like, and they said, you look beautiful. I'm like, oh, thank you. Made my day, right? I'm easy to please. You look beautiful. Like you meant that thing. I'm like, oh wow. And I should have said, hey, you look mighty fine yourself. How you doing? Instead of like saying nothing, because I was shocked, I tell you. Same place, same person, another time out in that same outer area. I think this was before or after what we were doing there. I think it was after. And they had something going on with a lot of people that were going through something there with the water and all that. And the same person came through the crowd, because they were kind of in charge of it, or everything. They came through the crowd with their people, and I didn't know it was them until they walked past me, because my back was to where they were coming from. And then they walked past me, and I noticed that it was them. And then they walked, past me through the crowd, over towards where things were happening. I was maybe like one row behind the front of seeing where everything was happening. And so I'm watching all this happening, all the things that they're doing up there with the people. And the same person who said, you look beautiful, they were over on the, in front of me off to the right. And they were facing where the activity was as well. So I could see them, or they could see me, but we weren't facing each other. We were like, perpendicular, right? And so I'm watching everything, and then how you can feel somebody's looking at you. And I look over to where they were, and they were just staring dead at me, They weren't saying nothing. They weren't close enough to say anything, but they were just looking at me. They were like locked in on looking at me. He was locked in looking at me. And then I got a little startled, and I looked away for, a few seconds, maybe like 10 seconds. And I looked back, and they were gone. I ain't see them no more. They were like, oh, I'm out of here. They were gone. I'm like, oh my God. So whoever that is, if you're listening, do you remember that? It's like, they were just looking dead at me. I'm like, oh, and I look away. I always look away. Why do I always look away? I look away, and then I look back, and they were gone. Same thing happened earlier with that person. Same thing, different location. They looking dead at me. Right there. They're going to say something. I looked away, because, that eye contact, it gets me a little nervous if I'm around somebody that, I like or whatever. And so, and then I looked away, and I looked back, and then they decide to leave. So that's the second time. I just realized that was the second time. All right. So anyway, I had all that beautifulness. I had, you look beautiful. And then I had the same person that was looking at me, staring at me. And when I looked at them again, and then I looked away and looked back, and they were like, I'm out of here. They were gone. Prior to all of that, they were staring at me, looking at me, going to say something. And then I looked away, glanced back, and then they were gone. So now let's go to this week. Thursday, it must have been Thursday, I was downtown, and was coming out of a building. There's always people out downtown. And these guys, it was two older gentlemen out there. Well, they might have been my age, who knows? But anyway, they were out there, grown men, I'll say, out there. And one kept saying, and okay, so I'm gonna end the video after this, but I'm gonna say, what an amazing thing to say. I never thought that I never heard anything like this. Maybe it's a common line. I don't know. But I come out and they're already standing right out facing the door. So he's looking right in my face. He's like, oh, beautiful, beautiful woman, beautiful woman, beautiful woman. And I'm walking. I'm like, okay. I'm like, oh, hey, how are you? Beautiful woman. And he's like, he said, do you know what God did when he created you? And I'm trying to walk away. I'm like, huh? Do you know what God did when he created you? Do you know what he did? And I'm trying to walk down the hill. And I said, no, what did he do? And he said, he took his time. I'm like, what? He took his time when he made you. I'm like, wow, I never heard anything like that. What a great thing to say. What makes someone feel great. He took his time when he made you. God took his time when he made me. He took his time when he made you too. He took his time. Could you imagine God crafting you and creating you, putting in you all that you need in this life? He didn't make you hastily. He took his time, painstakingly, detail-oriented, very specific, specialized you. He knew what he had for you. He knew what he planned for you. He knew what he wanted you to do. He knew what your purpose was. He knew who he wanted you to be with, who he created to be with you. He took his time. He took his time when he created you. He took his time when he created me. And I gotta say, wow, that was a transformative comment. Because it make you reflect, like, wow, God did take his time when he made us, right? He took his time on me. Because, you could be someone out there cooking something, and you throw something together, it's all right. But if you take your time with it, and you put everything that you have into this thing that you're creating, if it's a meal or whatever, or you take your time, put everything you have into this relationship, if it's a relationship, everything you have into your studies, if it's whatever it is that you're doing, right? And so we're talking about achieving peak performance. God had peak performance when he made us. He took his time. He took his time. Have you ever taken your time on something and have it turn out most amazing? Do you know what God did when he made you? Do you know what God did? Do you know what he did? I'm like, what did he do? He took his time. I'm like, he took his time. God took his time when he made you. God took his time when he made me. God took his time when he decided who he had for whom. And when we hastily rush through life and just grab up people and decide this and that and whatever, instead of wondering and going to the manufacturer's instructions and the instruction manual that the manufacturer God had for you, or if you don't know where that manual is, you ask him, because he took his time to create you and what he wanted you for and purposed you for. He took his time to create who he wants you to be with. Ask him. He didn't just throw us together. He took his time, You understand? God took his time. And so the video is called Sunday Done or Sunday Done Day. He took his time and then it was done. It was done. We're done, right? It's completed. Spirit of completion. And now all we have to do is do what the manufacturer said. Pastor Brian, you talk about Betty Crocker works best when you follow instructions for best results. Follow his instructions. shut everything down, cut the revolving door, cut all the mess that goes along with it, and start fresh, a clean slate. God took his time with me, took his time with his plan for my life. And I'm going to put my ideas, my plans aside, and I'm going to go with the plan that my creator made for me. He didn't throw me together, so why am I throwing my life together with this stuff? I'm going to take my time and do it right. God took his time. You know what he did? He's yelling. Do you know what he did? Do you know what he did when he made you? I'm like, what did he? I used to just keep walking. I'm like, well, what did he do? He took his time. God took his time. Everything is already done in the spiritual. You just got to do it in the natural, and it's going to take off. God took his time. It's Sunday done day. Before the sermon starts on a Sunday, you better have that thing done day. And that is it. All right. It's Sunday done day. God took his time. Best compliment ever. God took his time when he made you. God took his time when he made this union. God took his time when he made me. God took his time when he made everything. He took his time. And who are we to throw away the perfection of what he set up? He took his time. He didn't have to take his time. He took his time. So Sunday done day, whatever the name of this video is. God took his time. And don't be a waster of God's time. That's the end of the video. I love you. God bless you. Love, hugs, pats, all of that. Chief Peak Performance, and then my resource. Do you know what he did? Do you know what he did when he made you? The guy's yelling. Do you know? Do you know what he did? I'm like, well, what did he do? He took his time. So go into that same peak performance, spirit of excellence, spirit of completion, and complete the task God had for you. Complete the connection that he made for you. Lock that thing down before the sermon starts. And let's get this thing done. He took his time. He took his, I love y'all. God bless you. Love, hugs, pats, all of that. Thanks for coming. Thanks for listening. Thanks for staying. It's 32 minutes. Yikes. 33 minutes almost. I took your time this morning, but God took his time when he made you. Love you so much. And I'll see you before sermon starts. Whoa.